Good morning, sir. Good morning, ma'am. Morning, sir. Good morning, sir.
Yes, Ishita. Tell us about yourself. What are your interests? What have you done?
So, I'm Ishitakishore. I am a graduate in economics from Sri Ram College of Commerce, Delhi University. After that, I started working with Ernst & Young for 2 years in risk advisory. And thereafter, I started my preparation for the civil services examination. I have played a number of sports like football and basketball, and I have a keen interest in Madhubani painting.
Okay, good, Ishita.
Yes, sir.
And then you are doing Ernst & Young and risk analysis. Why you want to go for the civil services?
So while I was working, I started evaluating what I wanted to do in the long run, what should be my career plan. And civil services was something that was in my mind, but I felt that this job would give me a number of career opportunities and also some personal satisfaction. I believe that it helps you learn policy implementation in the beginning of the career, and later on from that experience we can move on to some policy advisory, and this really interested me. And civil services was something that was in my mind, but I felt that this job would give me a number of career opportunities and also some personal satisfaction. I believe that it helps you learn policy implementation in the beginning of the career, and later on from that experience we can move on to some policy advisory, and this really interested me.
Suppose you are selected in IPS, would you like to join that?
Absolutely, sir. I think it would be a great honor to be part of the Indian Police Services. I would really look forward to a career like that, where one gets to work across intelligence agencies, across law and order. So I would love that.
Okay.
In absolute terms, this year's budget was of 45 lakh crores Indian rupees. And of that, this time we have made a significant move of spending over 10 lakh crores on capital expenditure, which is now 3.3% of our GDP. And this can help in creating a virtuous cycle of growth and increasing the amount of our aggregate pie, which is now 3.3% of our GDP. And this can help in creating a virtuous cycle of growth and increasing the amount of our aggregate pie.
Tell me, what is the broad size of India budget? How much do we spend totally? Absolutely. Yeah.
In absolute terms, this year's budget was of 45 lakh crores.
How much is your revenue?
Sir, out of the 45 lakh crores, I think around 28 lakh crores is our borrowings, but I'm not sure, sir.
What is the fiscal deficit?
So the fiscal deficit currently is around 6.4% of the GDP, which will bring it around...
All the more a problem, because now you have to understand the GDP also then.
Yes,
how much is the GDP?
So it is $3.2 trillion, and 6.2% of that would be a fiscal deficit.
Spending about 45 lakh crore. What is the broad, suppose you are given charge of this 100 rupees is given. First of all, tell me.
Sir, I think once the government has 100 rupees, for example, first thing would be to efficiently run its house, which is the expenditures and day-to-day expenses in getting things done. And our priority then would be to invest the remaining portion in a way that can bring more gains in the future. Revenue expenditure, which is spent on the expenses of the government and expenditure, and 10 lakh crores are then invested and plowed in a way that it can bring more returns.
Quietly in 30 lakh crore, 35 lakh crore. But what is this? This must be out of this 100 rupees, it's almost like you are saying 35 out of 45. Basically 70% is day-to-day. What is that 70%? What is the government expenditure, for example, out of this 100 rupees? How much is the expenditure on let's say, what is there, what the current government does, or what should be the priority?
So to keep India running, we have to ensure that firstly our defense, 8% of our budget goes into defense spending. Secondly, sir, we should also ensure that public utilities and public infrastructure is in place. This would include all our power sector. And thirdly, sir, as we are a welfare state, third expenditure would be to ensure that welfare reaches to the last mile.
Expenditure on police, is it required?
Yes, sir, it is required.
That's the first thing one should do it now.
Yes, sir, between defense, it could also be our internal security.
One should do it now.
Yes, sir, between defense, it could also be our internal security as well as external security.
But that is how you are basic things are there.